Hey, how you doing? Let's do it to it. Alright. One second. Back. Hey. Yeah. I'm gonna try a little bit, and then we'll do one. Then we'll do puzzles. There we go. Let's see here. Don't really want to lock the position down, but I don't want him to play this here. So I'll play h4. That stops that. Okay. Bishop g3. That protects, keeps that closed. I can also castle queenside if I need to. And then here, now at this point, e5 is a pretty strong continuation. Now we have queen d, and I'm going to castle, and I'm going to try to threaten mate. Castle queenside. I want to play a tactical combination with knight to e5 here. This is an interesting continuation. It's actually winning on my part at this point, I believe, because there's a check, and then after he has to come here, and after this check that I can actually take, and then if he comes back I could play bishop g6, which is an interesting continuation. You just come in and check here. Then you take here. Do I want to take the rook? Yeah, I'm going to take the rook and then threaten to win the queen on g6. Yeah, this wins a queen. At this point, do I want to take, and then I can actually win the knight via that way? Do I want to take? I want to try to keep as many pieces on the board as I can, so I'm going to probably take with the pawn, open up an attack for my rook. Okay, so now I take again. You can actually play bishop takes here. Then you can actually at this point push. Well, you got to be careful because you don't want to get a bishop coming in there. So you're probably going to want to play a rook and then pin, and then at a certain point if the king moves, we can actually grab potentially this rook, this knight pair, and then we still have this passed pawn, and that would have a queen protection all the way down. Yeah, we'll just grab this here. Then we grab there. The bishop has to intercept, and at this point we can actually just push, and we make a queen here. And it's resignable. Wow, they're still playing. Interesting. Okay. See, you can actually check here. Let me see, I'm going to play there. That attacks that bishop here. Double attacks. Well, I probably should have, at this point, when he played there, played that here. Oh, drat. Okay, so you take here, check. You take there, check. You take here, check. You take there, check. Check here, and then that's mate. Oh, almost mate. We're getting close to checkmate. We gotta be very careful here. Yeah, this would be checkmate here in 2. And now that's mate. And we'll call it on this, and we'll get to some of our puzzle rush. Survivalists. Oops. Well, not the most precise, but it was okay. Yeah, there was a lot of tactics there. I did miss one pin, and I think that would have ended the game a little bit quicker. So But that's the human side of playing chess, not the AlphaZero, which is out of this world type of play. So, and the only way to kind of get a little bit, as good as Magnus and Fabi is to always study, keep studying. It's sometimes fun to, do the games, but you should, like what International Master Andrew Martin said, is you need to turn 90% of the play into 10% study, and you'll improve. That's what he told his students. So, okay, this is a pin here, so we win that, and that's what the Team Chess Crutcher motto is all about. Oh, nice! This right here. Oh, drat. Too bad the queen's there. That'd be a sweet tactic. Let's see if we can do it a different way. I think we can do it the opposite way, that way. So, that's kind of interesting when you could actually do a checkmate two ways. Tells you the power of a diagonal. Let's see here. Ah, beautiful. That's checkmate. Yeah, and sometimes just take your time. If you have a lot of time on the clock, just take your time. Don't rush it. Let me see here. If you take there, our rook covers here, so we're actually good to take the rook and queen. Oh wow, they traded the queens off. Interesting. That's losing there. Ooh, this actually picks up a... No, does it pick up a rook? I don't think it does, because then he could play... Well, maybe with a check there. Then our opponent would have to come up, and then we grab the... yeah, that's how it is. It's this move here. And then now we check there, and when our opponent comes up, we win the rook. So you win a rook in 3 moves. Okay, we have a nice discovery here. A check and winning the queen. I'm just trying to see if there's anything. Sometimes I overlook the checkmates. It may look like you win material, but there's a better move. So you always take a quick second. If you ever have like a really good move, just think for just a second. Of course, if you're low in time, then you're not going to want to do that. You got to just play that good move. So I really don't see anything better than this. So we're going to go with it, and then we'll just pick up a queen. Let me see here. See, bishop takes. So if we play bishop takes here, queen takes, then we actually have queen takes a1, and that actually covers e5. So yeah, let's go down that route. And in this line we actually get a check. Nice. So that was I think that would that have been a better... I don't think that's the best move. Just trying to block. They're trying to block our protection of the pawn, but he did have to retreat the knight back, so it still loses. Let me see here. Okay, dokie, let me see. If we take here, takes, and then we win that. We win 2 pieces, so let's do that. Okay, we're getting, we're going to be potentially, is it that rook that we want to do? Because then here, gotta always think about where you want your position to be, because this is a nice tactical idea of rook sliding over, but the king could potentially come up. And then we could actually check here with the king coming back. Then we have somewhat of a not smothered, but an attack there. But which rook do we want to do it on? We gotta figure out, because usually when they give you two rooks, there's a reason. Like here, let me see if we come there, he comes up. Maybe we could check. It comes there. We do have that. I'm probably over analyzing this somewhere. This is probably really straightforward. Because I know we have to somehow activate one of these rooks to get some checks going, so. Which rook though? Because if we come here, he comes there, we come there, he comes up. What am I missing here? Maybe there. It comes down, and then we have. Do we have a mate there? Let's go with the E rook. So it's the wrong rook. That one was kind of tricky. One second. All right. Take it, bishop takes. And then now we can actually win when the rook could go up a whole minor piece. This move here, that picks up, picks up a bishop. Let's see, if we check here, the king takes, we play rook takes, king takes, then we grab that. So let's do that. It's kind of a give a little to get a lot type of position. So here, there, takes, king takes. Wait a second, let's retry that again, because I gotta see this one, and then we'll start it, because 2 down, that's gonna be hard to do. So that, But I have no idea why. I have to check out why the other rook is, because it's better to get an understanding. Why is that rook not right? So it's actually mate and 5. Interesting. All because the queen's not attacking. King F5. Bishop E. Ah, that's this bishop move is the reason. And then rook E6. Okay. You needed a rook to guard that pawn. You needed a rook here to protect the bishop for check. And then you needed a rook for mate there. Gotcha. Okay. Boy, that one was pretty deep for such a low level. That was a pretty deep one. That's mate. Okay, let's do this one, and then we'll throw one more out there, and we'll get it. That's mate 2. So let's try it. Let's do this thing. Well, yeah. There's mate. Okay, we win a knight. That's checkmate. Checkmate. Oops. Wrong piece. Oh, discovery wins a queen. Check. Let me see. Check. And then it would lead to mate. Nope, we can't do that. Oh, here we go. Takes. Okay, perfect. Hey, you get to sacrifice the queen and win on that one. Check. Pawn push here. There, and then you win the knight. Okay, takes here. So takes. Oh. Oh, the bishop checks. Ouch. Let's try that one more time. Let's do it one more time. That was my bad there. I should have seen that. This there. Ah, draw the king away. Gotta look for those decoying tactics. And then mate. Okay. So let's check, checkmate, checkmate. Wins a knight. Check. And that leads to mate. That's checkmate. Knight check. Wins the knight. Wins rook. So you're up a whole knight at that point. Okay, wins a bishop with check. So check. 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 There we go. You fork here, and then you play king there. Now you pick up a rook. This actually sets up for an Arabian mate. This is actually a really strong move. You get to pick up a rook over here. There we go. Now we're making some good progress here. Alright, we're turning this into a win of a queen for a rook. Gotta love that. See if we take here, we have a knight there, and that picks up a rook with a fork. Knight check, and then that undiscovers the attack on the queen, undefended queen. There's a pin on the queen, so we win it. If we take here, the king takes, and then we actually mate there. Wow. There's mate anyways. Okay, we're doing really good now, so we just gotta keep this up. We have a fork, so it takes there, and we still take, and there's still an attack. Our knights develop. Okay, we play queen here, takes, queen takes, knight takes. So grab that. We just take with the queen first, then take with the pawn. We're up a minor piece. You take. Do we take the rook? Yep, we take the rook. Can we actually take the pawn here? And if the rook goes in front, yeah, we take the pawn. Now that the rook goes in front there, bring the king up, and there's no way to stop queening. And well, I guess you could stop queening, but you'd have to sacrifice the rook. So that wouldn't be what we're wanting. See, if we check here, we can actually pick up the bishop with the queen. Let me see here. You have rook h8, h5. That threatens to actually checkmate on the spot. Yeah, I like that move. Okay, the queen has to take at that move in there to give us life up. Okay, we actually have king e6, check, and then wins the rook, and that wins the game on the spot. Okay, if we play rook takes, well, actually we have to, one second, we have to take here with check. This is actually a forced move here. And then we actually take, and then we grab the knight. That move equals mate, so we'll take that. See, we can actually grab this bishop, and after knight takes, the bishop grabs the knight, we win material. So let's do that. Just keep it nice and simple. knight checks there. When pawn takes, so knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes. Oops, not queen takes there. And then queen check, and we pick up a knight. Yep. I'm wondering if queen here doesn't threaten check and then checkmate. This is actually attacks the bishop and infiltrates to that point there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So we check, king there. Takes. Bishop takes. Something I'm overlooking. What am I missing here? Do we just move the? We don't just move the rook, do we? Or do we check? Then after there. I'm thinking that this has to be the move. Check. Ah. There we go. Check. And then checkmate. Remember, the name of the game is checkmate in chess, not winning material. I have to always remember that. see here, G6, Queen H4, and then H6. H6. Went to knight. Gotta figure out if there, 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 there. That is interesting. I think, let me see, if bishop takes, rotates check, just rotates. I'm not sure if it's just equal material at that point. Interesting, that is. I think it's a good idea though. Not a bad idea at all. It's playable, so it's not that it's not a good idea. It's we're looking to see if we can't potentially win something more. There has to be something more that we're missing here. It works. This does work. Because after taking with the queen, we take the rook. it's actually pretty interesting that it did work for sure. Okay, we have to be quick on the draw on this here because they're one move away from mate. Ah, I got it. Check here. Check. Check. I'll give you a second to think, but I'll be right back. takes f5. Queen check. Double attack on the queen and the rook. Sabotes. Yeah, I'm liking. Yeah, then we take, and we can actually come back if the queen checks with our rook. I'm wondering if knight e5. Great spot on that. That was an excellent spot. But then our opponent has rook takes, and after rook takes, no, we don't acquire anything. Takes, king takes, queen check, king up, queen check, king back there and then there. Yeah, I was looking at that. I think that's right. Rook takes rook. Daddy. I'm trying to figure out is taking, then taking, king takes. Nope, we don't have anything after that. There's gotta be something. C7 check. That makes sense. Yeah. Because that draws the rook away, then we can grab the queen. Yeah. Queen takes pawn. Then we play rook, queen takes there, and then we can actually win the queen. We go up on exchange. No, come on, big boy. Come on. You gotta come over there and sit down. Good boy. I think I have the combination. Queen check, king over, bishop check, king back, bishop f6 check, king that way, and then queen and mate. Yep, let's do it. Rook here, rook check, king there, knight check, king here, queen, rook takes. No, too slow, too slow. Bishop takes, queen takes, that'd be mate. So bishop takes, if rook takes, then queen takes, queen takes, I think we're up a whole rook in that line. I'm thinking it's bishop takes. If queen takes, then that's mate, so I can't do that. So bishop takes, rook takes. Maybe bishop. No, I can't do bishop takes because then rook would take the queen. Yeah, I'm thinking that. Oh, no? Huh. Interesting. Okay. One wrong. So we gotta make sure that we don't get any more wrong. Let's push for 40. thinking knight takes, pawn takes, knight takes, check there, and then we come back and grab that, and that forks the rook and the take there. That's an awful interesting setup there. Taking here. If knight takes, then we play queen takes, rook takes. I think we're down material if we do that. Yeah, we'd be actually down material. So I'm thinking rook takes first, queen takes, rook takes check. Thing there. Rook check. Bishop there. What you guys think on this one? Yeah, I like that too. I'm gonna go with that. Makes more sense. It takes F7. Then queen takes. Wow, I can't believe they went right down. I can't believe our opponent went right down that line. Whoa. I think this one's queen. Is this one queen d4? Here. With an attack here and there. So queen d4, knight takes g5, queen takes h8. We'll say king d7, and then bishop takes the knight. I believe that's the move. And then you play queen takes, knight takes. There we go, there's 40. I'm thinking the first move we play is king a3. Then the queen has one square to go to queen h8 check. Then we go king g3. And all the checks have been basically dissolved. Okay, so if h3, then I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. Because yeah. Well, can't they just take at that point though? See if we push here, they check there, they come up. Can't the queen just take, and then when we move, take? I'm thinking that a3 is forced here because this pawn, the pawn blocks h6. So here, queen h8. King g3. I don't really see any continuation after that because even if the queen went back, queen to g2 is mate. I think this is right here. Queen g3, and then we win it. Yeah, the only problem with the other one is that it gives away both pawns. It's all about endgame. I've been working on endgame. I want to really get much better in endgame. Endgame is where the game is won and lost. That's what my teacher, Grandmaster teacher, was taught me. Is that endgame is basically opening is great, middle game's good, but you have to transition into an endgame. Sometimes your opponent will just outright make a humongous blunder that loses the game, but majority of the time it transposes into the end game, and it's who has the best end game knowledge that's gonna win you the day. I know endgame knowledge is going over it is very kind of repetitive because there's not very many pieces, and sometimes the tactics aren't really that cool like the tactics in the middle game, but it's where a lot of games are won. Let me see here. There's D1. Okay, up. We don't have time for a slow move because of this move here with the protection of the rook. So we don't have time for any slow moves. The queen is trapped. Rook d7. Rook d7 wins on the spot. Not d7. Rook d2, I mean. I'm thinking king a8. And then the win. Great spot there. Push. Bishop there. Oops. Forgot to put the mic down. Yikes. Knew I forgot something. Let me see here. If we play d3, rook takes, and rook check. Let's see here. I have to make the most forcing move. So here, there, 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 there. After that, of course. So, So it takes here. It takes check. King up. Takes. Yeah, I'm liking. Oops. So that was it. So was it queen takes? Say bishop takes pawn. Oh, no. It's not. Is it? What? Doesn't that win a? Doesn't that win a pawn and? Huh. Yikes. I thought for sure that that'd win a pawn. Sometimes some of those. Huh. Check. Queen, rook takes, king takes, and then me. Ah, okay. So queen. Wow. Really? Thought for sure. Okay, then up there, and then there, and that locks that down. Here. Misjudge on the tactic there. Okay. Wow. But then there's a check, then there's a fork there. I guess you can move out at that point with bishop e6. King moves over. And then you grab the other bishop. Interesting. That's an interesting continuation. So here, oops. Here, here, there. Bishop takes, and then if the fork there, bishop checks, king moves, and then the queen slides over and grabs. Okay, wow, that's an interesting continuation. Okay, we'll call it on this here. Wow. Okay. We'll see what our rating is really quick, where we finished in the leaderboard, since we went over everything. Ooh, ninth, not bad. Okay. Wanted to thank you all for logging on, participating. You know what? Sometimes games work out for you, and you know, and then sometimes those puzzles that you think are, you know, win of a pawn, and then you slide over and you grab the bishop. That would have actually been a whole piece and a pawn. So I miscalculated that a little too fast there. But remember, take what you know, like what Brucey says, be willing to do something with it, and always remember what, like Tom Thumbs said, treasure your victories. But the one thing that's the hardest for most chess players, and for me too, I'm working on it, is learn from your losses. You have to go over those losses. So that's the pain of, you have to put aside your ego, and then, because I have to do that sometimes, I have to go over the entire game, find out where I went wrong, and then learn from it, so that next time I can work on that flaw that I may have been, I thought too long in an area, or I just missed a tactic. So, but remember that in the end, it all comes down to receiving the Lord Jesus, Lord Savior of your life. You know what? Eternity is very long. We can't even comprehend how long eternity is, my friends. And what we have to remember is the Team Chess Cruncher motto of hanging up our coats, hanging up our hats, sitting down and studying when most won't. Team Chess Cruncher does, and that makes all the difference. And as Wesley So says, serve the Lord Jesus. As I say, God bless, and I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, and evening. Lord willing, I'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll push for even more on the tactics and getting better. And thank you again for all the help. And remember, stay strong during this time. The Lord will always be there for you. So just hang in there, team. Bye-bye, Team Chess Cruncher. Go Team Chess Cruncher. Hoorah. Be blessed.